Hey guys, architect Michael Huber. I hope everyone is well and safe. Today, doing a little road trip. Meeting my friend and former client Dave out at Camp St. Croix. Looks like they have an old barn that they want to turn into a classroom. And then out to Glen Hills Park. We did a master plan for the county on this park, and looks like part of that will start to move forward. So I have to go out and take a look at some existing buildings out there and take some photographs and so on. So I thought it might be fun to show you guys around a little bit. So stay tuned. All right, so I made it out to Camp St. Croix. I got Dave here who's keeping his distance because we're not masking so I can film. But we're looking at this barn, which is listed as an ag building, obviously. But now with the success of the greenhouse, they want to turn this into a classroom space where they can also prep food and...
food from the greenhouse, which they supply some backpack programs, which Anna could probably explain more to you about. Maybe a farmer's market in inclement weather, otherwise it'll be held outside, and just classroom space, whether it be cooking demonstrations or processing the food, wash and pack and whatnot.
Okay, so part of the challenge is changing that use to be classroom, where the state, we have to submit some paperwork, etc. But then we also need to look at exiting and all those types of requirements as well. Hopefully the sun isn't blinding you here. So, all right, let's take a look inside. All right. So, do you know what this use originally was? Was it a stable? Was it?
It would have been an old dairy barn.
Old dairy barn.
I believe like 1954, probably the last time it was used.
Okay.
According to a calendar that was left in here, if that was accurate.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna wander around, take some notes, and take some photos, and then we'll head out to the next site. All right, so let's take a look in the loft area, because if we're going to change the use of the building, the question inevitably will be, hey, we've got that upper level. What can we do with this? It looks really cool. I mean, the old barn feel, spectacular. And it's a lot of space up here, for sure. Has there been any talk of what the use might be up here, or is it just...
Events, kids participating in program, theater type of movie screen. What I would... Yep. I know they're very popular for weddings. But
yep.
The egress, I'm guessing that door would have to flip to this side just to get the furthest distance away. The amount of decking, because there is no ground level coming up to this level, the amount of decking required.
Well, yeah, I mean, part of the challenge is going to be accessibility, right? So
accessibility, I think, is a big one. Then I was seeing a lot of nails from the old original cedar shakes.
Right.
I almost thinking we'd have to at least wrap up to.
Yep. You'd have to protect it. And this is a seasonal building. There's no heat or anything like that.
Totally
so
seasonal.
Anyway, all right, I'm going to take some photos of this, and we'll see you in a second. All right, so cool barn. Be great to be able to repurpose that into an educational space for them to use for the greenhouse, kind of a demo kitchen with the vegetables, etc. And we have been very fortunate to do a number of projects out here at Camp St. Croix. And just driving by, you might recognize this project here, the Discovery Center. If you go back in the files, you'll see project updates on that one. But kind of an event educational space on the main level, educational space on the lower level. It is a walkout and actually acts as a storm shelter for this whole area, which is a day camp program, which both my daughters happen to be counselors here in high school and college. So in any event, off to another park project. Don't judge. Okay guys, we made it out to Glen Hills Park, and it's a county park, and we've done a number of projects for the county here. We love doing park projects, and a great group of people. And there's a swimming beach right down there, and if you go back in the archives, you'll see this building. We designed a toilet shower room building for the beach. And I am actually here to see this large picnic shelter that they recently built as well. As I mentioned, we did a master plan for this park. They're going to implement part of that, which is going to be a group camp area. And there will be some smaller shelters and a larger shelter, more in the lines of this one. But I'll insert here the shelters that we had designed for the county. But this one is slightly different, where instead of using rafters, they went with scissor trusses, which is more economical, but obviously has a different character to it. Still accomplishes that open air. The vault is nice, the wood ceiling, etc. And the materials and colors, we're trying to unify the park system with certain standards. So it ticks a lot of the boxes, and so we're going to be looking at this one as sort of a guide for us to design the other shelters at the group camp area. There are certain things that I see here that we might want to modify or improve on a little bit for aesthetic reasons anyway. But great day to be out here at the park, and hopefully we'll talk soon. And as usual, thanks for watching. Oh, and we designed some camper cabins for this park, and actual shop classes in various high schools in the area. We're going to build these camper cabins, and one had started, and then COVID hit, of course. So rumor has it it's out here somewhere, and that the park staff is actually finishing it. So if I find it, I will see you soon. Otherwise, again, thanks for watching. All right, I found it. So here's a camper cabin. So what they're trying to do is develop these small cabins that have minimal heat type of thing, so that people can camp out here all year round, cross-country ski, snowshoe, that type of thing. Or summer, for those that don't have a trailer or want to be in a tent, they can have a little cabin. Now, there's no running water or anything like that. But we're looking at having, I believe, 8 eventually. And the lake is right down there. But you can see very simple forms. I'll insert some of the design concepts. We actually did 2. One, a gable form, which is something that could be built off-site. And as I mentioned, local high schools were doing that before COVID hit. And another shed roof one that would have to be built on-site just because of the height and towing. But we've got a screen porch on all of them in the front. And then you can see they're just up on piers where they're hauled and skidded into place. And simple window on the gable end where the bedrooms are. Board and batten siding, and again, had to try to keep it simple because it was a learning tool for high school students that might want to get into the trades. So let's take a look inside. So the screen porch area. All right. And so you can see they're not overly large spaces. So there'll be a little counter and kind of a kitchenette space there, little seating area over here. Ignore these guys. And then back here is going to be some bunk beds. So 2 bunk beds there, 2 bunk beds there. And then there'll be a little heater, air conditioner type thing. So you can see it's just a very simple cabin, and takes place of the tents for those that would like a little bit higher class standard of camping. So in any event, as usual, thanks for watching, and we've got lots of projects happening right now, so stay tuned. Thanks.